guys, hope everyone is doing well out there. Today we're going to be taking a look at some Dumble style overdrive pedals and seeing if this style of overdrive is really worth the hype that it gets. Before we get too deep into this, please scroll down right now and hit that subscribe button and the like button while you're here. And also don't forget to hit the bell icon because the bell will notify you every time there's a new video posted to the channel. So please go and hit those now, and then we're going to get stuck into some Dumble style tones. Alright, let me just set this up with one simple thing, because I know that this is a topic that really divides people. So the first thing I'm going to say is I don't own a Dumble. I don't own a real one, and I've never played a real one. So my interpretation of these pedals sounding anything like Dumbles is of two things. Me using them to try and recreate tones that I've heard in other records, and also the manufacturers telling me that they're based on Dumble style circuits. So I don't have anything to compare this to other than what I'm told and what I think I can hear. So this is a very subjective topic, so please enter into this with a bit of an open mind there. And also get involved, let me know your thoughts on these style of pedals and this style of tone in general. Dumble amps have always been a very divisive topic when it comes to guitar players and the tones that they enjoy. Now these amps cost a lot of money. They're very, very hard to get hold of. Not many of them have been made, and they often go on the second-hand market for somewhere in the region of about $80,000. So in the UK, that's about £60,000 to £70,000. Sometimes these amps can fetch even more money if they've been celebrity owned. There are loads of big names that play these type of amps as well. So everyone from John Mayer to Stevie Ray Vaughan to Carlos Santana have all had a Dumble at some point in their careers. So as you can imagine, with such big players using them and the price of them being so high, there's obviously a huge market here for people trying to recreate those tones at a much more affordable price point. The amp I'm using in this video is by a Dutch company called Cool Amplification. The amp's called the Blue Sky, and it's a 35 watt, completely clean 6L6 combo. This is not based on a Dumble, but it does Dumble-like things to your tone. So it's got that huge headroom that Dumble amps are known for, and it's super, super clean. So I'm using that amp with a couple of different Dumble style overdrive pedals in the front end. I've got my early 1980s Tokai Strat for good measure, and I've also got the TC Electronics Hall of Fame Mini providing the reverb because there's no built-in reverb to the amplifier. So the first pedal I'm going to look at is the one you heard in the intro jam there. This is by a company called Mad Professor, and it's called the Simble. So the Simble by Mad Professor is a Dumble style overdrive. We have 4 controls. So we've got level, which controls the volume, sensitivity, which is our gain. We've got the contour dial, which adjusts the brightness of the output. So the more counterclockwise this is, the darker the tone. And we've also got the accent, which is an overall brightness, and it increases your pick attack. So I've got it set on a fairly low gain sound. So here's a couple of bluesy type riffs with that setting. Dumbles aren't known for their high gain tones, but let's push the gain on this just a little bit and see what it sounds like. So I'm going to set the gain to about halfway, bring the pick attack down a little bit, and bring the overall level down a bit. Let's see how this sounds. Push the gain and take even more of the pick attack away. Now this is a really cool pedal for thickening up single coils. So if you're using a Strat on the bridge position, which obviously we all know is quite a bright sound, we can really fatten it up with this pedal. Let's push the gain a little bit more, dial the volume back just a fraction, and I'm going to take a little bit more pick attack off and make it a little darker sounding. So let's see how this sounds, especially on that bridge single coil again. So that really fattens up the sound, and it's got a great boutique overdrive sound. So there is the first of the Dumble style overdrives. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so the next one is actually a real budget-friendly one. This is the Twiggy Blues by Sonicake. This is actually a 4-part pedal, so as you can see, it's a bit more complex on the surface. It's designed as an all-in-one solution for anyone who just wants to take one pedal to a gig. So we've got 4 separate stages to this. So we've got a compressor, an overdrive, a slapback delay, and a reverb. And it's also got a cab sim. So I'm using the Hall of Fame, so I'm going to bypass the reverb altogether, and I'm not really going to use the slapback for this because we're not talking about this from a delay perspective, but we're talking about the front half of this, so the compressor and the overdrive. All right, so if we start just by turning on the compressor, it should liven up the amp's basic tone a little bit. And let's just check that without the compressor on. And with. So we've got a nice little bit of compression there, not too much, just livens up the amp a little bit. Obviously a loud valve amp will naturally compress anyway, so that just sort of simulates that tube compression we'd expect from an amp that's being pushed quite hard. All right, so let's move over to the overdrive now. I've got the gain set very low, the tone up the middle, and the volume just below halfway. So here's how this sounds. So that's quite a nice low gain overdrive sound. It sounds great with a Strat. It doesn't sound too tinny. If I turn the tone back a little bit more just to thicken it up, let's see what happens. Okay, I quite like that. That sounds pretty good. Does it sound like a Dumble? I don't think so. It doesn't sound like an £80,000 guitar amp to me, but it does sound good. All right, last one up, we've got the MXR Shin-juku drive. This is the first Dumble style overdrive I ever bought, and I love this one. I use this quite a lot. I gig with it all the time, and it's just a great sounding pedal. Again, whether or not it sounds exactly like a Dumble, who knows? But it does sound good. I really like the way this pedal breaks up. So I like to run this one, again, pretty low gain. So we've got the gain sort of just above a quarter of the way up, the tone on halfway, and the output on nearly 3/4 of the way up. The cool thing about this pedal is it's got this dark switch at the top, which I can enable, which acts as like a high cut as well. So if the amp I'm playing or the guitar I'm playing is too bright, I can flip that switch and it just takes some of the top end out. So here's how it sounds with those settings. Let's push the gain up a little bit now to get a couple of saturated blues tones. So the MXR Shin-juku also does a similar job to the Mad Professor Simble. It really fattens up the sound, especially with single coils. I actually think the MXR one is my favorite out of the three, because it's got a nice crisp top end. So when you're playing stuff on the neck pickup, it doesn't get too muddy. The Simble sounds great. It's a great pedal, but I definitely think for me, the Shin-juku drive just takes it. So there you go. There are a couple of Dumble style overdrive pedals for you to put your opinion to. What do you think about this particular type of overdrive? Do you think this is worth the hype? Do you think these type of pedals sound close to the originals? You know, is this something that guitar players are just obsessing over for no reason, or is there merit to this? Do these pedals really sound that good? I quite like them. I quite like the Shin-juku drive. I like the way that it sounds with my rig, and it does inspire me to play. But what do you think? Where do you stand on the Dumble debate? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think about Dumble style overdrives or Dumble anything in general. Is this overrated, or is this something that we're really chasing because it sounds good? Can't wait to hear what you think. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.